So in the previous video, particle exchange operator had been discussed in detail, and now let's discuss the topic exchange degeneracy. To observe the effect of exchange operation, we consider Hamiltonian for the system of two particles. So what's this exchange operator is going. In order to study that, we have to consider system of two particles, and here we are taking into account the Hamiltonian of those two particles. So Hamiltonian is nothing but sum of the energies. So as we are considering two particles, so P1 square by 2m plus P2 square by 2m is nothing here. P1 square is momentum of first particle, P1 is momentum of first particle and P2 is the momentum of second particle. So first particle will be having its own velocity and second particle will be having its own velocity and mass. And here we are considering the mass of two particles is same, because here we are considering the identical particles. So identical particles will be having same mass spin charge like that. So here mass is same for both the particles. They may be differing in their velocities. So this is the kinetic. P1 square by 2m is nothing but kinetic energy of first particle, and P2 square by 2m is nothing but kinetic energy of the second particle. As we know that kinetic energy is nothing but formula for kinetic energy is half mv square. So if we multiply with m and divide by m, so finally we get m square v square by 2m. So m square v square is nothing but p square by 2m. So that's why we are having p1 square by 2m, p2 square by 2m in the formula. So now, and here this is nothing but kinetic energy of those two particles, and v of 1 comma 2 is nothing but potential energy of those two particles. Has Hamiltonian is sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. So that's why we are having this, and where pi square is equal to pi x square plus pi y square plus pi z square. So here pi is nothing but momentum of the ith particle. So it will be having its momentum in x direction, y direction, z direction. So it's its components, and m is mass of each particle, and v the potential energy of the system containing two particles, which is a function of relative coordinates of the two particles. So here potential energy depends on relative distance between the two particles. So that's why here we are having relative coordinates of the two particles. The corresponding operator for a system of two particles is, so the corresponding operator for the system of two particles, this is in general format, and this is here we are considering in the form of operator, because in quantum mechanics we always used to deal with operators. So here momentum operator in one dimension is nothing but IH minus IH cut dou by dou x. This is for one dimension, but here the particle is in three-dimensional space. Hence we are having minus IH cut del. Del is nothing but del operator. So where del is I cap dou by dou x plus j cap dou by dou y plus k cap dou by dou z. So this is del operator. So in the place of p1 square, we substitute minus IH cut del 1 square. So finally we will get this one. So actually minus IH cut del whole square. So what we used to get is minus I whole square h square del h cut square del square. So we will be having confusion while having while calculating this value. So here this is nothing but minus 1 into I whole square. So minus 1 whole square into I square. So minus 1 square is nothing but 1. I square is nothing but minus. So finally we will have minus 1 from this. So finally we'll get, so finally we used to get minus h cut square del square. So finally we got minus h cut square by 2m del 1 square plus del 2 square. We have 1 comma 2 after substituting this operator form. On changing the coordinates, So if in the place of 1 we place 2 and in the place of 2 we place 1, you are having this one. So here also in the place of 1 2, in the place of 2 1, here also 2 comma 1. So finally we used to get this one. So here this is nothing but this is of the form a plus b and this is b plus a. So a plus b is nothing but equal to b plus a. So again we can write it to this form. And here as the potential energy must be same as the particles behave exactly identical in every respect. So here the particles are identical to each other. Hence v of 2 comma 1 is nothing but v of 1 comma 2. So that's why there will be not be any change in its potential energy. And the next thing is, thus Hamiltonian is symmetric with respect to the interchange of any pair of particles, that is h cap of 1 comma 2 is equal to h cap of 2 comma 1. So there will not be any change in the Hamiltonian if we interchange particles, because they both are identical to each other. So let's consider atom. So this is nucleus of the atom. Here somewhere this is one of the electrons. Let it be some 1th electron, and this is some second electron, and this is first electron. So now they will be moving around this nucleus in their orbital space, or not in their orbits, because according to Heisenberg's uncertainty principle we cannot define a particular orbit for the electron. So we will not have a particular orbit, but they will be moving in their own orbitals. So if in the place of first electron I place this first electron here, and if I place the second electron there, again the second electron will be doing the same work as that of first electron, and the first electron will be doing the same work as that of second electron, because they are identical to each other. So there is no difference in both of them appearance or the work they do. Hence again the system will remain the same. There will not be any changes in the system. Hence we will be having h cap of 1 comma 2 is equal to h cap of 2 comma 1. So that's why we are having this one. So if suppose if there is an atom, and this is nucleus, and this is second electron, and this is first electron. So in the place of first electron, if I remove this and place it with some positron, like positron, so now this is not identical to this one. So by the way, it's having positive charge. Initially this electron was having negative charge. So no, positive charge will have different kind of electric field surrounding it. So it will affect this system. So previous system will be different from this system, will be different from this system. So there will be changes in the system. Why means this is not identical particle. So as we are interchanging these two identical electrons, there will not be any change in the potential energy as well as the Hamiltonian of the system. And next thing is, the Schrödinger equation now becomes, we know that Hz is equal to Ez is nothing but Schrödinger equation. So h cap of 1 comma 2 xi of 1 comma 2 is equal to E into xi of 1 comma 2, where E is nothing but eigenvalue of this h cap of 1 comma 2 operator. And we know that h cap of 1 comma 2 is equal to h cap of 2 comma 1. So if we next thing, if we take h cap of this is if the two particles are interchanged. So in the place of 2 1 and the place of 1 2, so h2 1 h xi of 2 1 and xi of 2 comma 1. So h cap of 1 comma 2 is nothing but equals to h cap of 2 comma 1, and eigenvalue will be same as the Hamiltonian operators will be the same. So if we observe this equation and this equation, it seems that xi of 2 comma 1 is also the solution of Schrödinger equation. In other words, xi of 1 comma 2 and xi of 2 comma 1 are eigenfunctions of the operator belonging to the same eigenvalue. Hence the system is said to be degenerate, and any linear combination xi dash of 1 comma 2 a into xi of 1 comma 2 b plus b of b into xi of 2 comma 1 is also an eigenfunction belonging to E. As we know, 3 p orbitals, that is px, py and pz, they all of them have the same energy. In the same way, all the 5 d orbitals, that is dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square, y square, d and dz square. So all the 5 orbitals will be having the same energy, hence we call them as degenerate orbitals. In the same way, after interchanging these 2 electron places inside the atom, again the atom will remain the same. There will not be any changes in the atom. We cannot see any change in the atom, in the functioning of the atom. It will remain the same. Hence the energy of the system will also remain the same. Hence this is called as exchange degeneracy. So xi of 1 comma 2, and after interchanging in the place of 1 2, in the place of 2 1, xi of 2 comma 1, this is also a solution of this Schrodinger equation, as well as this linear combination is also a solution of this Schrodinger equation. Why means, if we see here, proof for this is h cap of xi dash, and this is Hamiltonian operator. Xi dash is nothing but a into xi of 1 comma 2 plus b into xi of 2 comma 1. So here if we place it, and again here as a is a constant, it is taken out, and we are operating this Hamiltonian operator on this and on this. So after that, h cap of xi of h cap into xi of 1 comma 2 is nothing but e into xi of 1 comma 2. That's why we are having here also e into xi of 2 comma 1. So again here we can take e as the common, and again we are getting this same eigenfunction. So after this operator operating on this xi dash, again we are getting the same eigenfunction. So we are getting the same eigenvalue e. Hence this linear combination is also a solution, one of the solutions of this Schrodinger's equation. So this is regarding exchange degeneracy.